What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Boom back with another video, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys my favorite offense in the game. In my opinion, the best by far, the one I found most success in. So let me show you a few breakdowns in practice. Let's get right into it. I don't know why I didn't mention this in the entire video, but you're gonna find all these formations in the Atlanta Falcons playbook. Now, the three formations we're gonna be focusing on is gun bunch offset, bunch wide nasty, and gun bunch. So if you're a gun bunch kind of guy, this is absolutely for you. Gun bunch is easily one of the most powerful offenses in the game. You also have tight open, which is also a very good, secondary formation that you can audible to, kind of throw your opponent off. Has some great plays, but we'll get to that in just a second. So bunch offset, you're going to set audibles. So press L2, audibles button. You're going to click on this first play right here, and you're going to replace it with, hold on, let me find it, smash return. And right here on the bottom one, you're going to replace it with wide trail. Keep these others here because verticals, very good play. I'll get to that in just a second. And inside zone, you always want a run that you can kind of audible to kind of get yourself out of a sticky situation. So you're going to have these plays right here. You're going to go over with R1, bunch wide nasty. And you're going to press L2. And you're going to replace spacing switch with cheat wheel post. I'm going to get to that in a second. You're going to replace the inside zone with flood switch, and you're going to replace corner out dig in cheat drag rub crosser. Now, gun bunch here, you're going to replace spacing with Y curl. You're going to replace bench. No, don't keep bench pivot. Do not replace that. Now, I would keep this halfback base. You can switch it out if you pass the ball primarily, but I like halfback base because it's one of the best, gun bunch runs in the game. You can replace it if you want to. Replace it with deep corner, which I'm going to do right here just so I can show you guys some more passing plays because no one wants to see me run the ball. Anyway, you're going to come out in PA cheat switch dig. Okay, so usually in gun bunch, people run the ball to get on a hash. You probably want to be on a hash when you run bunch. It's not impossible to, run a good bunch without being on a hash. It's possible to run, gun bunch without a hash, but it helps a lot more because you can throw more corner routes and more kind of space to work with. Anyways, so this cheat motion with circle, I'm going to run this play, and I'm going to kind of break it down as it's happening or, after the play's over. So what you're going to look for, I'm going to run the play here. Okay, so it looks like man coverage. And do you see that? Do you see that? Now, if you lob circle, now I know I got pressure there. Let's take our eyes off that for a minute. So this guy followed. Okay, this guy right here follows because they're a man coverage. Now, this play against man coverage is really good. So you see where the ball's hiked right now. Do you see the corner in the wide receiver? Do you see what's happening? This wide receiver is going to be able to run straight, and you're going to be able to lob this pass outside. So let's say right here, I lob out in front. He has steps on him, and you can pass lead that outside, and it's an easy touchdown. So right here, what coverage is this? Okay, I don't know if you saw that. I'm going to replay it again. As you can see, what that square route does, that streak, and the wheel behind it, that little cheat wheel, is going to create a little rub route. So basically, the streak's going to push everyone deep, and the guy manned up on the wheel is going to kind of rub on the streak and throw him off slightly. So where you can lob the ball over in easy yardage. That's what you kind of want to look out for if they're running man coverage. Now, there's ways to beat it, outside thirds and all that, obviously. You have your X little drag and R1 concept. So your little in route to drag concept. So R1 is a deep in, okay? So if they're shading underneath, that in's going to get open all day. Now, if they're shading up to guard that, or they're just leaving their hook curl stock, you're going to be able to throw this delayed drag if you get enough time. Sometimes you won't. There will be times where you don't, but you are able to throw that drag because it's so shallow and those zones are going so deep. This play right here, Y trail, is also very good, and it attacks basically every coverage in the game pretty consistently. Obviously, there's ways to beat it, just like every offensive play in the game. But so if you come into this play Y trail right here, you're gonna streak R1, so that's triangle R1 and left stick up for a streak, and you're gonna press triangle X and drag your tight end. if those zones go too far deep, or that user goes too far deep, you can throw X for easy yardage, 9-10 yards every time, run after the catch, you know, throw your drags if they're open. Now, what this circle route does here, so what's going to happen is R1's going to push all those zones deep, and circle's going to come underneath it and catch this football. Now watch what happens. Oh my god. Hold on. Scratch that. That was a bad demonstration. Okay, so the reason why it worked there instead of last play, that was a cover 3. Why it didn't work last play was because it was match. It was match. Right here, easy post all day. Now, it is not that great against man coverage. It can get bagged against man. Let's see if it does here. It kind of does. It does. It makes it a lot sketchier of a throw. But I wouldn't run this if it's man coverage. The reason why I don't like this play stock is because the spacing. The routes are so close to each other. It's hard to make a read consistently, and you know they're just so close together. You're gonna miss the read probably. So if you know streak R1, give yourself a little more space to make those reads. You know it's so much easier. So it might just be a skill issue, but whatever. We're gonna come over here to verticals, and if you don't know about classic verticals, it's been in the game for 10 years. I'm just gonna quickly go over this. So the crosser is really good. It, gets over hook zones, and you can also throw it deeper into the play once square pushes those zones deep. You can throw R1 right underneath those zones. Let's see if I can demonstrate it here. Okay, that was actually really good defense. I had triangle open. I don't know why I didn't take him. This streak right here can get open sometimes, but against man coverage, this play is not great against man coverage. Let's just put it like this. This is a zone beater all day. X finds a nice soft spot in the zone sometimes. I threw that a bit early, but it was pretty good defense. So right here, yep, there you go. That's a cover 3. Absolutely gets in between that outside third. It gets in between those hooks and those hard flats. So and a cover 2 though, if you get enough time, which is hard to get enough time, you want.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's hard to get enough time to watch this, wheel route develop, but circle can get open if it is a cover 2, or if it's shaded down man like that was right there. So that was shaded down cover 2 man. It can get open against that because the wheel route runs up, and the shaded down man is, obviously running down, like he's pressing you down. He's shaded down, obviously. So now this next play right here, smash return. If you don't know a little about smash return, I'm gonna show you. So you're going to put R1 on a post, so that's triangle R1 and up on the right stick. What you're going to want to do after you put them on a post is custom stem them down. So press triangle R1 L1 for custom stem and notch him down once with the left stick. You're going to want to take X and just put him on a simple drag. So triangle X and right stick down. So what this does, it creates a read left to right. So right here, if you have your drag, take your drag. Now that was really good defense. I don't know why I threw it, but if you have your drag open, take your drag. I didn't get my adjustments off, but that post can beat man consistently, and it also finds a nice spot in those zones as well. And this play, what makes it so good is the circle route right here. This inverted zig really makes it hard to play defense because it's such a late developing play. Your zones are gonna watch what happens with these zones. You see how all those zones kind of went deep because that post went deep? That's what this inverted zig really does. Finds a nice soft spot. Now, if you shade down, you can probably bag it. It's really good against man coverage as well. But if you shade down, you will be able to guard it. If they're going underneath, you shade down, you're going to be able to guard it. So watch out for that. But then if they're starting to shade down, that's when you throw your R1 post. Now, enough about gun bunch. Now, let's go over into gun bunch offset. So when you audible, you're always going to want to come out in gun bunch offset, and they're going to audible over. So what you do is press square, and then, here's all your plays, and then you click the D-pad over to the left or right. So here, I'm going left to get into gun bunch. Now, we have wide curl, deep corner, verticals, and bench pivot. Come out in wide curl first. Now, the good thing about Gum Bunch to Y curl, look how quick you can audible to him. It gives the defense almost no time to set up. Now, in practice, in a real game, it might take a couple seconds longer, but it's still hard to set up your defenses when your opponent is going to quick hike such a good play like Y curl. Or, you know, you come out and you just quick hike bench pivot with a drag, or, you know, something like that. So we're going to go over Y curl first. Just letting you know, you can quick hike this play pretty easily. So you're going to, all the adjustments is for Y curl is triangle X, so your tight end, and put him on a streak, left stick up. That's it. Now, what is going to happen here, all right, and this looks like a cover 2, so I'm going to assume it's a cover 2. No, it's match, I think, or man coverage. So, against, you know, match, man coverage, it is going to bag it quite well. It does struggle in that department, but this looks like man coverage again. So if it is man coverage, I'm going to show you guys a little man beater here. And it's not 100% guaranteed, by the way. Like, you know, it's not easy to beat man coverage out of Y curl, but right here we have a drag and an in-route concept. And hopefully we can create a high-low. Make the user choose between the drag or the in-route. Yep, man coverage. So circle, wide open easily. A triangle was open there as well on the wheel. But anyways. So Y curl, this looks like cover 2 or cover 4. So what we're going to do, we're going to assume it's a cover 2. Okay. I suck because I'm pretty sure I had square open. So I'm hoping against a cover 3, this is absolutely going to kill it. Kill a cover 3. So right here, watch square. Do you see how it finds that nice soft spot between that outside third and the inside third? It has a nice soft spot in there, and it finds it really well. Also, a cover 3, which they're sitting in, I'm guessing here. You're also going to be able to attack X pretty well, too. It's a nice seam buster, so cover 3 is very weak against the seams, and you're going to be able to throw X or square all day against it. Now, this X route is going to push those hook curls deep if they're not shading down. So let's assume it's another cover 3. And you're going to be able to throw this circle route and rack it. So, and it's really hard play to stop, honestly. Because you can't run a cover 3, and you can't run a cover 2, because if you do, hopefully they run a cover 2 here. Nope, another cover 3, easy seam buster. You know, remember, watch out for X and square. It should be, your first read should be X, second should be square, or vice versa. They're both quick developing routes. Now, also, another great thing about this play is if they're not playing hard flats, you quick throw a triangle. If you get a good rack animation, you can sometimes juke out the person at man coverage or break a tackle, but alright, so what's going to happen in a cover 2 is that top right safety is in a half. That guy on the right, all the way right, is in a flat. So what happens here with X and R1 is that half has to commit to X, to that streak. It has to, or else obviously X is going to be over for a touchdown. So what that leaves open is this wheel route to the outside for an easy touchdown. This is a cover 2. Watch what happens. You're going to be able to throw that outside with a good pass lead. Make sure you pass lead that all the way right. And you should have an easy catch on cover 2 every single time. The next play we got is deep corner. You're going to want to streak R1. So triangle R1, left stick up. You're going to want to drag X. So triangle X, right stick down. And you're going to want to come back square. So triangle square and L2 or left bumper. So this is how we're looking here. And what this is going to create, it's basically like a mini cover 3 bomb. So X, obviously if your drag's open, you take that. But what R1 does is push those safeties deep and circles there all day for a touchdown. Did you see that inside third just stand there? It breaks a cover 3 easily. Now this looks like man coverage. You can keep this play like this and just streak circle. So triangle, circle, left stick up for a streak. And you have a corner route with an in route. And you basically have a flood concept to the right, in route, backside. You can put your running back on a table route or block him or whatever. But it does decent job at beating man coverage. Honestly, it's a decent man beater, but I don't really run it for. I don't really run this play that often. We're gonna come over into bench pivot. Now, what bench pivot is really good for is it's a short play, so short, easy yardage, and it's a quick developing play. So, obviously, you have your drag. That's the only adjustment you have to make. Drag, if it's open, you take it. Obviously, one of the best man and zone beating plays in the game, drags. But what's really interesting is this whip by R1. So, it finds a nice little, soft spot in that defense. And it's honestly very difficult to guard. I've seen, a couple ways. Shaded Down Man does really good at guarding this too. But, so, you have the drag, you have R1, but you also have square on this little, in route. And it does get open. Square does get open sometimes. That's like, you want to look X, R1, square. That's going to be your reads in this play. So, X not open, R1, square was wide open. So, that's my bad. But, that's kind of how you break down this play. There's another way to run this play, if you're curious. So, you streak square. You put this guy on a post. You can either route stem him down. You can keep him. I'm route stemming him down. And it's going to... This play stresses the user so much because they're going to be so worried about this post right here that they're going to forget about the R1 route right here. So if you guys didn't know, these tight end posts are one of the, better routes in the game, honestly. When you route stem it down, it gets underneath those thirds or inside thirds, and it's so hard to guard both. We got this cheat wheel motion, and I like it. It creates a nice distraction. But the wheel with this running back's not very good. It's only really going to get open if it's man coverage and the assignments kind of get, a little, buggy. It might switch a linebacker onto him, or the DBs might get confused, but he's not really a read. Now, it's basically going to be circle and square. Let me show you guys real quick. Circle settles underneath those zones, and square gets above those zones. You're either going to have an easy 5, 6, 7 yards and run after the catch, or you're going to have square coming across the middle on this post. Look at how that man coverage kind of got a little confused there. That's the point of this cheat motion right here. And you can't really run stock man because the assignments got switched and that dude got caught lacking, and now we have a touchdown. This play right here, one of my favorite plays actually. Flood switch. You can put him on a table route, or you can put him on an out route, or you can just block him. I usually like to put him on a table. So what's going to happen here, all right? And this circle route is so good. It doesn't look that good, but it beats man consistently. As you can see, it beat man there. And you can't just play a hard flat. You have to commit a vert hook and a hard flat, 2 zones to stop one play. Because a hard flat's not going to play this far inside. It's not. So once they play hard flats and a vert hook, watch what you can throw after they hopefully play a hard flat. Okay, so he went to go guard that underneath. If I highball, it's open, but I'm gonna show you something different here. Verticals, I'm not gonna go verticals, like I said. R1 doesn't really get too open, so I'd streak R1, and I'm gonna show you what's really good about this play. I'm gonna run it here. So circle is a decent, man beater. It's not sharp, but it's fast. It's a fast cutting route. So once you streak R1, you have basically a high-low with triangle underneath and circle. So if they're not committing hard on triangle, you can easily throw that for 5, 6, 7, maybe even more yards after you make someone miss. They have to commit to that. They have to shade down and stuff like that, put their hooks on 5. And once they do that and guard that in route, that's what's going to leave the crosser open. If they bite down too hard with their user, you throw the crosser. See, X, if they're not playing hard flats, you can throw X quick. You can throw X quick if they're not playing hard flats, by the way. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Against man alignment. Against man alignment. Watch. I know you guys saw that. So against man alignment, when they're in man coverage, look at circle. Everybody gets bumped here. Everybody. And look at circle. He delays his route, bumps into him, so X can get open. Way more open than he should. So that's that. If it's man coverage, manned align, this is going to get open. So yeah, these are some decent strategies. I'm also going to show you guys one little money play over here. So over here, gun tight open. All right, it's a few plays over. You have to go over quite a bit, actually. I'm going to show you guys bench return. So what you're gonna do is triangle X and post X. So triangle X, right stick up, post him, streak triangle, and you can put your running back on a flat if you're getting pressured or he's sending a blitz. If not, put him out on a table route, and that's going to stretch even the defense even harder. So no pause. Anyways, you can route stem this down, but I like to keep it stock. It's a decent man beater X, but circle gets really open on that inverted zig. A lot of zigs in this playbook. That's what's really good. It's hard to stop those zigs consistently, especially when you can't play man coverage every play. Let me show you guys this play versus zone cover. So this looks like either a cover 1 or a cover 3. This is a cover 3. Look how open circle gets. Now, did you see Derwin James get pulled all the way outside because he has to guard that flat? If I don't put my running back out in that flat, he might try to cheat over or, try to make a play on circles since he's not being, since he doesn't have any assignment over there. What also is a very good play is verticals. Again, verticals, verticals, verticals. Now, what this is going to do, it's going to kill cover 2, and it's going to kill cover 3. So cover 3 right there, if you throw that earlier and don't suck like I do, that is a cover 2 indeed. So yeah, it easily shreds cover 2. That, the short side is going to be the best side. And that wheel gets over the cloud flat and outside of the deep half, like we talked about with other plays. If you guys like these type of videos, let me know down in the comments below. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching all the way through. You're a G. 15 likes, and I'll come out with defense next. Defense is a little bit tough. Hopefully, I can teach you guys a thing or two to how to get better in defense. But hey, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.